Sitting in the car, listening to blind, Toby make a jello.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I've posted, I do know, but it's been very busy. Like, my life has been hectic. I've been studying a lot. This is a lot of demands, from patient presentation to condition making to condition studying to procedures to different rotations. So today's video, I just wanted to show you guys a snippet of my 2 rotations in peds for child's health and in maternity for obs and gynae for women's health. I couldn't show too much because obviously it's very censored, it's very private, you know. Women are usually exposed and kids are very small to be putting them in the camera. So there's a lot of T's and C's that came with the video, but otherwise I tried to show you guys as best as I could. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell everyone about the channel because we're trying to get up there. We're trying to make memories. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye. The first video will be talking about neonatal reflexes, right? So this will be just a couple of reflexes that we'll do on a newborn baby. What we'll be doing is called the Babinski reflex, right? So at this point, you'd make sure that your patient is sitting well. You can use anything, maybe a hammer or something soft or even a pen, using the non-pointy part. And you'd lift up the heel, right? And the aim here is to stroke from the heel all the way to the toes. Now, a positive or good reflex, presence of this reflex, would be that the big toe bends back. So this toe bends back, and these 4 other toes spread out, right? So they do this. So the big toe bends back, and these 4 spread out, right? That's a positive sign. You do it for the other foot as well. The next reflex is called the rooting reflex, right? So this is to state that when the baby's mouth is stroked, right? Stroked on either side, maybe on this side, maybe the other side, top or the bottom, or even across. When you stroke, the baby turns its head and opens the mouth. This is initiating somewhat of an innate reflex to want to be able to breastfeed or to be able to feed in general. So if your baby does that automatically or innately, that's a positive sign for the rooting reflex, right? The next reflex is called the Moro reflex, right? So this is when we're trying to see the child's innate abilities. So in this case, you'd startle the child, right? Either with a sudden fall, and this would cause the arms to immediately retract back and look upwards, right? So in a subtle startle, the child's arms would move back, and then they'd immediately want to curl into a fetal position as such. The next reflex is called a tonic neck reflex, right? So this would mean that your child would be laying on their back, and the moment they lay on their back, immediately, innately, they'd want to extend one side of their limbs. So let's take the left, for example, or the right in this case. Extend the right, but they would flex, so bend their knee and also bend their arm and look in the direction that is not flexed, right? So the direction that is straight, they would look towards, and the direction that is not looked upon, it would be flexed. Flexing of the arm, flexing of the knee. That is a positive tonic neck reflex. The next reflex would be a palmar grasp. If you put your finger next to their hand, they immediately want to curl up their palm within your finger. That is a positive palmar grasp reflex. And then there's a plantar grasp. So if you place your finger underneath the toes, innately the child would want to curl their toes against your finger. That is a positive plantar grasp reflex. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hi everyone. So sadly I couldn't get a lot of content on my rotation in peds, right? Because obviously it's kids and you don't want to overwhelm them. You still need a lot of consent from parents. So I just felt like let me give a kind of description of my experience during peds. It was the sweetest thing. I realized personally that I'm not very strong when kids cry. I cry as well. And then the other thing, I got chicken pox. I don't know if you can notice, but like there's a little bit of dark spots now on my skin because of abandwana. I got chicken pox from children. But for the most part, I don't have any regrets. I learned a lot. It was my first year experiencing like managing children and understanding their conditions. So I think it was great exposure. Almost all the conditions that we read up on in class, I saw them in the ward. So it was very nice to get that holistic type of exposure. And I'd go back again because I feel like it's very easy now since I've seen too many kids in casualty, too many kids in peds. I feel like I'm very comfortable now with child health. So that's the thing that I really wanted to at least say I can leave peds knowing that I'm comfortable seeing any patient. Yeah, guys, peds was nice. Peds was very, very nice. And when it comes to women's health, we were focusing mainly on obstetrics rather than gynae, so pregnant women. And I'm low-key falling in love with it because I'm a goat when it comes to scans. Like, I'm a goat. Even the MO, right, in obstetrics was literally like, nah, first time scan. Why do you know so much? So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, learning a lot from midwives is another thing because doctors usually aren't there for the normal deliveries, so the normal vaginal delivery. They only come in when we have to do cesarean sections or when we have to maybe transfer a patient that's complicating. So having like a full month to sit down with sisters and hear their story, get them to like teach you manually how to monitor the baby, how to monitor the mother, you know, the conditions that we do. It was a joy. And I'd like to go back, so fingers crossed I get to go back. I'm really excited for that. Otherwise, I don't have any regrets, and the rotation was good, both child health and women's health. So yeah, that's my experience. So in this clip, I was doing a abdominal ultrasound for a woman who is currently pregnant. This is a routine thing that we do in obs and gynae. We do scans, and the main thing with the scan is to try and project the gestational age, try and weigh the baby or measure the baby, and also just show the mom how the pregnancy is going, look for any danger signs, check the placenta, look at the heartbeat. So I think I'll just be showing you heartbeats and more or less what you could typically see on an ultrasound.
只有你和我，不需要多说，笑得那么快乐，我该说些什么？停在这一刻，也是希望迷我们两个在一生中合着爱，在这旷野而来，不停辗转，不曾停摆，面对着黑暗，有光芒在你眼中流转。Just two lovers 习惯了下课你我唱这歌 Burning through the summer 烟吞的景色
So this room is our minor OT room or minor operating theatre room. This is where we usually do our evacuations, D's and C's. Those are for when we've got pregnancies that are not viable anymore, so we can't keep the pregnancy. In this one, we were doing an evac while performing the ultrasound, so we could kind of be guided as to where exactly are the retained products of conception, or where exactly is the retained blood. In the next ultrasound, we're actually looking at retained blood within the uterine sac, right? And this is abnormal because the patient was pregnant and it wasn't a full gestational age, it was before 20 weeks, so this classified as a miscarriage. Another important factor we do in obs and gynae is emergency C-sections. This is usually an indication if the baby's too big, or we would foresee maybe complications if we allowed for the mother to deliver on her own in a normal vaginal delivery. So this is just routine for us. So the main goal in obs and gynae is just to give birth to a healthy baby with no comorbidities for the mother and the child. So that brings us to the end of our video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope it was a little bit informative, giving you like a snippet into what we usually do in these type of wards in peds and in maternity. So I hope you guys liked it. Please follow for more content, and I'll be posting soon. Thank you.
记错，别忘了每一刻，夏天的风记得，停在这一秒。It's just you and me，我们两个人。